And we're back live here at Smash Wagon in Beaumont. We had someone walk up to us, and we got a new guest this afternoon for our show. But it's almost 3 o'clock. This will be our last segment for this pop-up podcast episode. We appreciate you guys joining us here at the Pursuit of Purpose. I'm Rob.
I'm Chuck.
And if you haven't made it out to Smash Wagon Beaumont, you are missing out. You got to get out there. There's still time today. Our guest for this segment is
Raymond Lewis Jr., co-founder of the Man of Better Life Alliance.
Raymond Lewis Jr., co-founder of the Demand a Better Life Alliance. And you got some stuff there in your hand, Ray. What do you got?
Yes, I went and got this book done called How to Outsmart Your Future Self.
Look at that. How to Outsmart Your Future Self. Man, it almost looks like you're holding a crystal ball in that.
Yeah, because I was nominated for one of the number one businessmen of the Black business professionals of Southeast Texas.
Congratulations.
Everybody in the whole Southeast Texas.
That's amazing, awesome. Ray. That is awesome. Amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.
What a blessing.
So where do people find that book?
They could find this book if they go on themanofbetterlife.com or any of our other books, like this book. You can put that. The Power Within.
The Power Within. This looks like a kid's book. Is that right?
Kids' books and the Kid in Us, too.
The Kid in Us. All right. All right.
Because we don't be realizing that we have a lot of power that's within us.
Yes.
And until we tap into the power that's within us, then we'll die with it.
That's right.
And that's why my mentor told me the wealthiest place in the world is the cemetery. Because look at all those people die with those $1 million ideas, $1 billion ideas, books. They die with it because they let the fear defeat the faith.
That's right. Wow. That's right. You know, that's the origin of our practice, of our podcast. Everything that you just said, how this started was because I wanted to document my grandfather's story.
Look at that. Because
I didn't want him to leave this world, this life, without us being able to build on his legacy.
Yes.
Mm.
And that's the origin behind Pursuit of Purpose. So it is one of my purposes and my pursuits to document those stories and those experiences, those journeys through reinvention towards their success. Just like you, just like so many of us. If we as a culture, as a species, would just simply document and learn from each other's life's journeys and the ones that go before us, can you imagine where we'd be tomorrow?
Right.
Rather than holding it as though we're in some competition.
Yes.
Right. We're not in competition with each other.
No, we're in cooperation.
We already beat the odds because the rest of them too scared to do what we're doing.
That's right.
So why would we want to compete within each other when we already beat the mass?
I don't think people realize, right, the influence that they have inside. I mean, you learned it. That's why this is a comfortable setting for you. But we invite a lot of people who do great things.
Right.
But when we mention this, boy, you could see that reservation start building up. And we're like, it's okay.
Yes.
You cannot imagine the story. And the minute we get them in, takes about, I don't know, if it's a decently full interview. By the time it's over, they're like, wow. They had no idea that they had all that inside. And it's not us. We're just given a platform.
Right.
But that's the riches. So we don't bury it in the cemetery.
That's right.
Yes. So, yeah, just interviewing Rob's grandfather caused all this.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you think about what you said. Now, I went to go speak to the kids at the Vincent Middle School. I always take out a little time to give back. And I told them, God does not make winners or losers. He makes choosers.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
So I told them, therefore, that's why I was inspired with this other book.
Victory is a choice.
Because victory is a choice.
Yes.
If you don't have the choice to want to do better, and that's why we started the Faith Over Fear.
Yeah.
I love it.
Movement. Because we know there's a lot of people that they're feeding the wrong thing.
Right.
They're feeding the fears and they're starving the faith.
There you go.
Because whatever you starve dies out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's well, and like you
You
said,
gotta feed it.
like you said about he created choosers.
Yes.
He created creators.
Yes.
We're created in his image. That means we create.
Someone once said that when God looks at us, he looks at us with a curiosity as to what we're going to do next.
Mm-hmm.
He's so curious, and he kind of knows, but he's like, let's see if they figure it out.
Yeah.
And if they have the courage to figure it out.
We had an amazing guest on here today. It was the offensive coordinator for the Beaumont Renegades, Coach Solomon. And he left a nugget of wisdom with us in our audience, and it was so profound. And he said, you got chances and choices.
Right.
And I'm going to add to that a third. So you got chances and choices, which you can create with.
Right.
Okay.
Your chances and your choices lead to your creation.
But you missed the other C.
What?
Changes.
Changes. Can't
So
be
now
afraid.
we got a
And-
fourth,
Can't
And
be
they're
afraid.
afraid
four
to
C's.
change.
That's right.
because the change brings growth.
Right.
And
right.
that's what they don't realize. There's no growth in
Well,
conflict.
we over dramatize those words, it seems, Ray. We say something about change. They come in our office often as counselors and coaches, and they know they need to change, but they're thinking about it on this hugely vast scale. I go, no, it can be subtle. It can be small. Now, it may become something big, but we know it can't be the same. So, yes, the changes.
Because just like you said, something small as waking up.
Yes.
You could have died. God had gave me a vision about the small things. He said, if you could get the small things, I'll get this lead eraser and I erase the S and the M. And now you can have it all.
Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? And the real sick thing is we get so caught up in the little stupid details. He's trying to give it all to us, and we focus on the S and the M.
That's right. That's right. Like it's a smudge. And he wipes the
He
smudge
wipes it.
and leaves the all. You can preach that one, bro.
That's a good message right there. You could take that to the congregation.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
But that's what I tell them. I said, don't get caught in the mess that you miss the message. The mess is on the left and the message is on the right.
Right.
So if you split the message in half, you got the mess on the left and age
Don't get left.
on the left.
Let's be right.
Yeah, because the age is supposed to be maturity.
I do too.
Maturity. I mean, when you look at age, that means that's growth, that's maturity.
Yes.
And now you can get the message.
Yes.
Oh, I can leave that, but I can put it together because I got the message.
Right. Right.
That's beautiful, man.
It is beautiful.
Now
It
we
is.
came here today and get all these nuggets of wisdom.
Right.
Man, if y'all ain't at Smash Wagon, what are you doing?
You are missing.
What are you doing if you
That's
ain't
right.
at Smash Wagon?
That's
You are
right.
missing out
That's
today.
right. Y'all can hang out, wait for your food, and talk to good men like Ray, and get those nuggets.
That's what they missing.
Now, I mean, this is crazy. Like we came here today
Yeah.
to talk to the community, and we have picked up so much today.
Yes.
Come on.
I got way more out of this than I expected.
Yes.
I came here with a grateful heart and a hopeful understanding,
Yes.
Yes.
and
yeah.
coming out of here with all kinds of blessings and
Right.
wisdom.
Right.
Man, I'm so glad you came.
I am too.
But that's living on the other side of yes.
Look at you go.
Yes.
And you created
Yeah,
this?
Yeah.
All of it. Me and my wife.
Man, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
You open up this right there.
That is amazing,
That
right?
is. Living on the other side of yes.
Because that's the modern day promised land.
Yes, it is.
When God gave me that vision, he said, don't you realize when you say yes to me, I welcome you to the other side of yes. And now you can tell the things that you've been saying yes that don't mean no good. You can tell that no.
Yeah. I can say no yet. Yes.
Because not every day is yes and amen. Because I'm gonna keep blessing you because you on this side.
Yes. One of my favorite passages is as far as like personal growth, the 2 Peter chapter 1. That's where you get add to your faith goodness, to your goodness knowledge. And in that on that verses, he says, add to your knowledge self-control and perseverance. And we were talking about it one time in class, and I said, so self-control is when you say no to the bad things, and perseverance is when you say yes to the good things. And I could tell everybody looking like, y'all welcome. So that it's just the way things hit us, that's the way we understand.
Man, that is beautiful.
But
Yes,
that's the pursuit of purpose.
that's the pursuit.
That's you saying yes to your purpose.
Yes.
And then now you see things completely different.
Yep.
That's why we had started the living on the other side of yes youth conference.
Yep.
Because we want to show them that this is what looking It's what living on the other side of yes looks like.
Yeah.
You can put the
Love that.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, folks get a good look at it. Look for these titles.
Where do they find these books at, right?
They could go to themanofbetterlife.com. They can go they reach out to me, because when they go on Amazon, the book's going all over the world. But anybody that goes through the Man of Better Life Alliance, I let them get it for 50% off.
Okay.
Because we just released it 2 months ago. Because all we want to do is inspire them to drop their anchor, so they don't have to live the way that they've been living. And look, that's another series of dropping your series to Yes Land.
Drop your anchor to yes.
Drop your anchor to Yes Land.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And then tomorrow we have this event tomorrow.
Okay.
Straight talk for young men.
Because
Oh wow, you can talk about some real stuff.
look at those
Decision making, abstinence and STDs, financial literacy, emotional intelligence, and accountability. Boy, that's some serious topics that nobody is teaching people.
Right.
Not just young men, young women too. These are, unfortunately, these topics are taboo in school, except, I mean, they talk about the STDs.
Yeah.
But how sad is that?
Yeah.
Same.
How come we ain't teaching critical thinking in school?
Right.
How come we're not talking about accountability? How come we're not talking about actual personal development
Right.
Hmm.
in our education system?
Right. You know, once again, I know this sounds a bit like a complaint to friends, but once again, it's the communities. That's the manhood community, the faith community, the other places where we gather, congregate. Those are that we are having to supplement what, unfortunately, the system that we're required to have doesn't seem to be doing.
The last guest that came on the show, it was really crazy. We had met her before.
Yeah.
But she came here and she left a little nugget of wisdom. Said we're sleeping in the light. Sleeping in the light. We're supposed to be the light of the world, the salt of the earth. We're sleeping in the light, holding in the flavor. I mean,
Right. It's just like the seed that's dropped down. That's like the seed I'm gonna stay in the dark.
Yeah.
When once you hit the light, that's when you take off.
Yes. Yeah.
And a lot of people, they're stuck in the darkness because this is what my pastor told me. He said most people would rather stay in the familiar hell than to go into unfamiliar heaven.
that's right.
That is so.
They value their comfort more than their growth.
That's exactly what that is.
And comfort equals death.
Come on.
Yes, it is. Comfort is comfort, conformity. That's preached against.
Yeah.
That's Romans 12 too. Don't be conformed. That is death.
Right.
That's amazing. Man, I'm glad you stopped by.
I
mean, I know
you had to be here.
I know you didn't come here for us.
No, I came here to educate people and to just empower them and inspire them.
I know you. I thought you came here for the food.
Oh yeah, that too. I came Smash Wagon. Oh yes. Those wings. Last time I saw you.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to know about that. How'd that turn out?
Oh, great.
Man, but you know,
Man, you had a big old bag of food last time I saw you.
Chicken, and my wife had the buffalo chicken.
on.
Ooh, with the
Now you done
sauce.
started preaching again.
ooh, she
Ooh.
Feeling it.
your phone's gonna start ringing. He'd be like, I know where you are. Yeah. You better bring me something.
If y'all have not tried Smash Wagon, something is wrong with you.
Right.
Yeah, tell him, Ray.
Right on the corner. Great on everything.
Yes.
So I'm hooked. And
Me
then
too, man.
bringing it back to the neighborhood. This was Mr. Burger. I love stopping by Mr.
Yes.
Burger and getting their burgers. Now they took it to a whole nother level.
And look at what we're doing now. Look at where we're sitting and why we're sitting here. This is helping to build the culture.
Yes.
We're talking about things that need to be talked about.
Yes.
We're talking about growing young men,
Mm-hmm.
growing young people,
Right.
educating them in a real way, building growth back into our society.
Right.
And that's what's needed.
Yes.
Because there's so many people, they're living defeated. Because they don't think, man, it just was mind-boggling. When I was talking to Coach Eric Brooks, and I was telling him about the living on the other side of yes. He said, do you realize some households don't even realize that yes exists?
Right. Well, they don't know the proper use of the word. They use these words like yes and no as just these little casual things to use as excuses or ways of getting out of doing things.
Right.
When really the word no is super valuable. And the word yes leads you to great blessings if they're used properly.
Yeah.
The word no is used to establish boundaries.
Right.
And to give you the freedom to live the life that you deserve to live.
Right.
Yeah.
The word yes is enable you to give commitments to the things that stay true to your convictions.
Right.
To bring you to the growth that you're built to pursue.
Right.
So, and we say yes to the things we should be saying no to. We overcommit ourselves. We give obligation to things that we have no business even taking part in. And then we say no to the very things that build and bring life.
But that's when you reverse everything and you learn better. That's the growth in personal development. Because in the process of the growth in personal development, you know what to say no to, because it's saying no to things that don't add to your life.
That's right.
And like God said, I come to add to you, and not to just add to you, add to abundantly. And that's
powerful.
what He wants to do.
Yes.
God don't want to take away from us.
Right.
And then, like He said, I come to add. And if I lean a little bit much, then I can multiply.
Yes.
Because God is a multiplier.
Yes, He is.
He's like, I don't just add, I multiply.
Heard a good sermon the other day. We talked about it on one of our live casts about adding rooms to your tent. Jeremiah talked about that. So the books we read, all the material we do,
Man. Oh yeah.
God wants to fill those rooms. And so that's exactly what you're saying. He wants to give the abundant, but you got to have a place for Him to put it.
Right.
And that's where if you have a young person that could make it out to y'all's seminar tomorrow,
Oh yeah.
they're going to hear life expanding things.
Yes.
And then watch God fill that blessing.
And I'm going to tell you something out there. If you guys see us in a place, see our Pursuit of Purpose pop-up podcast, don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Walk up and talk to us.
Yes.
I promise you, we don't bite. It's not going to be hurtful or uncomfortable even to be on the air with us. It's about the easiest thing you can do. There won't even be a pop quiz. And to make it even more inviting, we're going to make sure you leave with more than you came with.
That's right.
Right.
That's it. That's it. So
Yes.
say yes.
Say yes.
And get your abundance.
Yes. Yes.
That's the word Ray's leaving with us today.
But you got to drop your anchor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to
Dropping some stuff for sure.
In yes land.
Yes.
And that's
Yes,
everything that, I mean, you got to look at it. We out of real estate. We out of credit. We're educating people on how to convert their money, diversify their portfolios, gold, silver. I mean, you look at that.
Yeah.
At that white envelope.
Where are we looking here? Where are we looking?
Now at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is solid gold money.
Man, that is cool.
Why? Look at that. Why? Look at that.
We're helping people secure their money in gold and silver in 37 countries.
That's amazing.
That is so neat. I don't know if you guys out there can see this, but it's solid gold and it looks like paper money and it's flexible, but it's solid gold.
24 karat gold money.
Come on.
And look, on the back of that, who do you see on the back of that?
Queen Elizabeth?
Yeah.
Real money have kings and queens on it. Fake fiat money has corporations have presidents on it. So people don't even know what real money is because they have not been educated properly what sound real money is.
Right.
That's really neat.
That is.
Well, thank you for bringing that and showing us today.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is awesome, right?
That's how you build generational wealth. You can't build generational wealth with paper.
Well, we want to have you on our show, on our normal podcast. We want to do a feature on you and talk about your life, your journey, the pursuit of your purpose, and your personal reinvention into success.
Right.
And we look forward to doing that at a time where you'll be able to come and visit with us in our office. We appreciate you being with us today on our pop-up podcast.
Oh, yes. It was an honor, a privilege and an honor. You know, it wasn't ever God that connected me, us two, because when I met you, both of y'all at the Fatherhood Effect Summit.
Yes.
With
That's
Miss
right.
Jada Camp
That's right.
Yes.
and Cindy Edmondson.
That's right.
And
From Buckner.
ever since then, I knew we was going to do something great together.
I love it.
So you got to think about this. What, 2 years later or whatever?
We're building momentum, brother. We're building momentum. That's all it is.
Thank you for partnering. You know,
Yes.
finding us, and we get to see you. From
I got something for you, Ray.
Oh, come on, here we go.
There you go.
What size you wear?
What size is
What
what?
size
What size shirt you wear?
1X.
1X. Yeah, that was a good day. Fatherhood Summit.
It was just,
They're going to circle back to it. Look at this.
So, Ray,
it was some Steve
Yeah.
Planet.
you have survived the interview
Uh-oh.
with the pursuit of purpose.
Oh, man.
So I hope you'll wear it.
I'm definitely going to wear it because it's going
We
to
are proud that you were a part of our show today.
keep me pushing to pursue my purpose.
Thank
We're
you.
also proud that you're a customer here at Smash Wagon Beaumont.
Oh, yes.
Because we know that this place supports the community.
It does.
It's got the right mindset, and it's they get Just and his people, all of them. They're here for a reason. They're not just here to sell food.
Right.
They're not just here for profit. They're here to build Southeast Texas.
Right.
And we support businesses like that. We like to be a part of businesses like that. And that's what brought us here.
But it's the unity. But like I tell them, there is no community or opportunity without unity.
That's true.
That's good.
Because unity is on the other side, waiting for you to come to it.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what we're doing. Like, we're unified.
There you go.
Now, y'all need to come to us so we can all be unified and build together.
There you go. That's beautiful.
I love it.
But
I do
God
too.
spoke to me, said, look at unity. What does unity start with? You and I together, leaning to the cross, is why we had a power.
That's awesome. Man.
Thank you, Ray. That's awesome.
But I ain't come to preach.
No, you did though. But listen, look, it's past 3 o'clock. Our program today was until 3,
Yeah.
so it was an honor to have you as our final interview for the day.
Yes.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for
Thank
making your way down here and supporting Smash Wagon Beaumont. Thank you
yeah.
for being a part of our show.
Yeah,
It's a privilege and an honor to have you as our guest.
always.
Look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, look forward to featuring you.
And I look forward to signing that book on there for you, man. So you
I'll-
can your kids.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
You want to sign one of the books?
Absolutely.
Hit them to Welcome to Yes Land.
Guys out there, we thank you for being a part of our show today for the Pop-Up Podcast with Pursuit of Purpose. I'm Rob.
I'm Chuck.
And we closed out our day with an awesome guest,
Yes.
Raymond Lewis.
Raymond Lewis, co-founder of the Man of Better Life Alliance.
Thank you for being a part of our show. Y'all have a great day and pursue your purpose. We'll talk soon.